You're beautiful, love. What you gotta do now is just fucking spit a bit of hot fire directly into the lens. Feel free to start whenever you're ready.
And I remember this one time, you're gonna fucking die, bro. I was like in grade 5, and it was Remembrance Day in Canada, and the project for the class was to write a poem about Remembrance Day. So I wrote this poem about Remembrance Day. I handed it in to my teacher. I'll never forget. Her name was Mrs. Limoges, and I thought it was a great poem, and she shit all over it and gave me 7 out of 20 or 3 out of 10 or some ridiculously low grade. And I remember I brought the poem home to my dad, and I showed my dad, and I was super upset, and I said, "Dad, you know, I wrote this poem about Remembrance Day, and I thought it was a really cool, you know, piece of literary work, and you know, I got it back today. I got 7 out of 20, or I got 3 out of 10, or whatever it was, and I was really upset about it." And my dad read the poem, and my dad is a very smart dude and really understands literary art, and was just like really fucking offended by the low grade that I got. And you know, he was like, "How fucking dare you, you know, give a child such a low score on a poem? Poetry and art in general is subjective. So who the fuck are you to grade it, first of all?" So he was really upset about that. My dad took the poem that I wrote, that I got the low score on, and he gave it to a multi-time published Canadian author who is a poet. And she read it, and she said, "You know, Jamie, Thomas wrote something far beyond his years in this poem, and that teacher should be fucking ashamed of herself for grading it the way that she did." And she wrote a big letter to the teacher and sent it to the school and just fucking tore her apart. And my dad made a phone call and said, you know, like, that was an improper thing to do. You should have never treated his art like that. And so the teacher just got fucking totally sunned out, and the poem ended up getting published through that poet.
Bravo.
And which was really cool. So I was...
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, so I was in like grade 5, man. So I've been writing, period, since probably about grade 4, grade 5. And then it graduated into writing rock songs. I realized I didn't have the voice for rock songs. I started wrestling, and then I got out of wrestling, and I needed an outlet for my creative energy, and I got back into writing music. And I didn't write rock songs because I didn't have the voice, so it evolved into rap songs, and here we are.